praises. Finally got this thing started anyway. All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai on this Burnt Toast Tuesday. Yes, sir. When we get that burnt toast, we scrape off all that bad stuff and eat the good. And you know, today we going into some of these curses, man. So, hey, love to, hey, I hope y'all starting to get it. I'm trying to use this StreamYard. I'm a kind of somebody come in. I want to make sure we working right. Otherwise, I have to get off this and go live with the just YouTube alone. So, okay, we got 3 people up in here, and I can tell that it's working. Like I said, I'm trying to. Somebody write in the chat if they don't mind. Let me see if I can see it. Let's see. And don't want private chat messages to be visible. Okay, we got a couple of people coming in here. I'm trying to see if I can. Okay, there we go. There we go. I see some comments now. Sirach Israel, and I see Donovan up in the building. All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai, man. I'm just trying to get used to this StreamYard. Something we've been behind. We ancient over here at Battle Axes, man, and trying to get upgraded. We act like we old men, man. Then we got all these young men in our congregation, man, that don't even know how to use a computer, man. Let me turn off my ringer. Hope y'all doing good, man. This day, man. We about to go into some more of these curses. Man, this class, I looked at it, man. I'm gonna go through in depth on some of this stuff, and man, it might take us a couple more weeks after this, but we're gonna get it done. You're in school, you're learning. So let's learn something. But we're gonna go into some more of these curses that we got going up on us. Salome, Tasha, Rose, and I am redeemed. Shabbat Shalom. Donovan, and I think I shouted out the other brother, Sirach. All praises, Shalom. Shalom Israel, man. I'm glad y'all here, and hopefully we can get these things started. Man, I guess I got to exit full screen in order to see that. Yeah, I just go like that, man. Don't have to be anything. But man, just trying to, like I said, we're trying to upgrade. You know, so some of us just are not computer savvy. I know I'm not one, but I'm gonna get my thing caught up, man. But welcome, as y'all can see the name of the class, more of these curses on this Burnt Toast Tuesday. So man, I just want to, it's a scripture I wanted earlier. Because I was listening at some of these people that talking about going through them curses, and a lot of them don't understand because they don't keep the commandments. And that's in Nehemiah. That's what I needed. Hold on. Let me look something up. Y'all don't mind. We're going to get started in a second. I'm just trying to. I know I keep a lot of goddamn precepts and scriptures, but sometimes you got to add. You just got to. I try to keep the classes short, man, but shoot. I just can't do it. I'm long-winded. I talk too much sometimes. Let's see. Let me get this like this. Here we go right there. That's a good thing y'all come up in this in this era right here where y'all can go through the curses. I mean, go through it, and y'all got all kind of instruments to look up everything now. When I was coming up, we ain't had none of this, boy. If you had to look up something, you had to get a dictionary or an encyclopedia. And that's where you was going to get your information from. Other than that, you wasn't about to get this now. Everything now, you can kind of just look it up now. Let me see. Let me see. I think that was in 5. Oh, okay. Yeah, because a lot of times, man, when you talking about these curses, a lot of people think that we got to be going through them at all times. We got to be, every one of these curses got to go up on us. But that's never what it's told us. It just said we're going to be going through these curses. It don't say we got to be every time we turn around and look at them, we got to be fulfilling every curse. Because a lot of times when we was going in captivity, we didn't go on slave ships, which is one of the curses. And then people say, well, we didn't always have the curses. And then when you go to Nehemiah, it says, chapter 10 and verse 29, it says, they clave to their brethren, their nobles, and entered into a curse and into an oath to walk in God's laws, which was given by Moses, the servant of God, to observe and to do all the commandments of the Lord our Lord, and his judgments and his statutes. And that right there is letting you know that they were going through curses even at this time, Nehemiah. Nehemiah was the time when they was coming out of the Assyrian captivity. And no, they was not coming out of Syrian captivity. What was that? The Persian Medes. Yeah, the Persian Mede captivity. I'm sorry, Salaki. But they were coming out of the Persian Mede captivity. And he was letting you know that we walked into some curses. And these are the curses that was put upon us by Moses, which letting us know that through all the times that we were going through every captivity, these curses were put up on them. It don't say everything because it was not the same conditions everywhere we went. So it wasn't giving us all the curses. And that's what the people try to throw us off at by trying to say, well, we aren't going through all the curses. No, some of the curses where we were eating children. We're not eating children now, but that was the time it was a curse when that was going to happen to us, which it did happen to us in 70 AD when the people starved us out and they seized us around our temple. That was one of the curses. It's not happening now because we're not being seized. So those curses don't have to be showing up on us like that. They try to make it where all these curses got to be on y'all all time. That's what they try to use. Then they try to say, well, we don't fit the curses. I don't get how we don't fit the curses. Because this curse is talking about a certain people. Who could this be talking about? When we already went through the first, we went from Deuteronomy 28 and 15 to Deuteronomy 28 and 28. Today we're going to start at 29. So I hope you pull out your notes from you had last week. Make sure y'all are taking plenty of notes, like Benaniyah always say, because I got quite a few of them. And man, I'm just hoping we be able to get through. We're gonna get through a certain area, and I'm gonna stop, and we're gonna come back again next week. So those things, like I said, make sure y'all write notes, man. So when y'all have to deal with some of these people and they go through these curses, and a lot of times we're gonna see how some of these curses fit The northern kingdom survived. Some of them fit the southern kingdom, but not all the curses was on everybody at all times. So we're gonna go through these things, and yes, we're gonna see that we all went through these same curses, both sides, northern kingdom and southern kingdom, because a lot of people just don't believe. I'm hearing a lot now. A lot of people saying they just don't believe that the Indians or so-called natives over here were Israelites. And yes, they were. They went through these same curses. They going through them now. And it's a funny thing because he said he was going to bring that nation back and it was going to bring us to jealousy. And here we are, 2023, and we jealous of the Hispanics who are moving into our neighborhoods. We jealous of them because we think that they have stores in their neighborhoods and they got their own laundromats and all this stuff. But no, they got stores. We got stores. But it ain't no worldwide. It doesn't travel, just like he said about our stores and our basket. It wouldn't. Hey, it won't grow. And then those ones that grown, because Taco Bell is not owned by Mexicans. They owned by a lot of Spaniards. Mexico and the country of Mexico is not run by Mexicans. It's run by Spaniards. And they all calling themselves Mexicans, just like everybody in America call themselves Americans because they in that land. But that's not their nationality. And yes, some of them have, like he said, they become a speckled bird. So yes, some of them don't have features like us anymore. But it's some of them that do. It's some of them over here that don't have the features like we do. But it's some of them that do over here in America. So that's why we never look at just the skin color. We go by the curses and we go by the prophecies of the Bible. So it's never about skin color. It's always about nationality, the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Through that bloodline is where these people come from, and that's who we be. So just to let it be known, that's what we finna go through a lot of this. Shalom, I got a lot of people on here, man. Adaya, yeah, okay, I see it. Berechiah, I am redeemed. Don Israel. I'm trying to get used to this, what is that? Daffodil. And let me see what he already has. I'm an Israelite. I am Israeli with white skin. I hope you are blessed. No, if you see, we're not Israelis. We are Israelites. Y'all are Israelis, like Israelite. And the fact of the matter is, if you that same thing, that so-called Jewish man, you are not our people. And I'm just straight up telling, it's time out playing games with y'all now. Why do y'all all hate white Jewish Israelis? Because y'all hate us. Y'all hate us with a passion. Y'all stole our identity. Y'all replaced us and claiming to be us. Who would not hate that? If somebody stole your identity, what would you think about them? He said, I don't understand where this hate comes from. Well, it came from y'all. That's where the hate came from. We didn't start the hate. Y'all stole us and then gave the money and insured all of the slave owners. So when they was killing us and dumping us off boat, y'all was giving the money in return. And we supposed to love you? I'm a beautiful, wonderful person. Who said that you're beautiful and wonderful? Your mama. Your mama looking at you, man, that's like what they call him, a warthog. A warthog. A warthog is sometimes that's one of the things that's so ugly only a mama can love. I'm a beautiful person. Who says you are? There you go. Why can't people allow the truth to be told without adding opinions? All praises, Jerry Cooper. And he says, oh, okay, I'm a citizen of Israel. I am white and Jewish, but I pray for you. I don't hate you. Well, knock yourself out, because we can't stand you. Okay, I don't hate you, I love you. You don't love me. If you love me, tell your dad to send his bank over here to me. Just tell him to send some of them blood diamonds he got. Tell him to get out the land and give it back to us. If you love us. And just like Jerry Cooper said, Jewish is not the same as being a Jew. I'm just going down these comments. Okay, I respect your opinions. I am a gay Israeli. I know, I knew that before you said something. All y'all gay, having them gay parade. You're nasty, you're defiled, you're not the people of God. I am not getting out of Tel Aviv. Oh no, you can say what you're not gonna do, but we're gonna kick your ass out. I can promise you that. In fact, our king gonna kick your ass out. I am not getting out. They proud, boy. They proud, boy. I stole some land, and they proud as hell, aren't they? They just proud. So I'm gonna wear some of my old boots, some old raggedy boots. Because when I leave this goddamn 15, size 15 up your ass, I bet you get up out of Tel Aviv then. And that ain't even a real promised land. You know that? How about that? Y'all some lying, oh boy, I don't even want to get caught up, boy. Have me want to come over here. I wish I could meet you just so I could put some powder on my hand on the black side. Slap the crap out of you. Daffodil. Yeah, with a name like that, I'm sure you gay. I'm sure you gay. I ain't even got started on my class yet. And here you are already up in the comments making all this dumb old noise. I know you're proud of being Israeli, but I don't understand why you're so envious of us. Because the Bible tells us exactly who you are. You the synagogue of Satan, the border of wickedness. You ain't no good. And like the brother said, I am redeemed. The ass whooping in Tel Aviv will be televised. Yes, worldwide. Hey, you think that happened? You think that what went on in Alabama or something? See, we got a whole lot of chairs over here. We got a whole lot of chairs. I would love to visit your temple in America. Now, you don't want to visit our temple in America. We don't let you people up in ours at all. I'm about to kick you up off the goddamn off this goddamn comment section while you tripping. That's what's about to go down. And you talking about being and forget y'all, man. I am redeemed. I am your sister. All praises. Why won't you let me in? That's very hateful. Shoot, Negro, y'all ain't gave us no diamonds. Y'all ain't gave us no bank. That's very hateful. Y'all stole and robbed us, sold us around the world. That's hateful. And you mad and talking about this hate because I won't let you come in my house? Man, shut up. Yeah, that's why I'm about to leave him alone. I just wanted to get off on him because he wanted to come here and run his damn mouth. But you know what I'm going to do? You done said what you had to say. I'm going to put you in timeout right quick. Yeah, I'm going to ban you. How about I just ban you? Let's see how hateful this is. Bam! Hateful. I guess I'm hateful. I'm like David. I hate you with a perfect hate. Oh, man, Shalakia. God dang it, I banned the wrong one. My bad. Oh, shoot. Hold on, man. Let me see how I put you back in here. Let me see what I can do. Oh, man. What's his name? Yaakov, man, I'm finna send you this link. That link in the chat. Go ahead and go back on that. That link is in the chat right there, Yaakov. Man, I done messed around. That dude done got me so fired up. I done messed around and banned the wrong dude up in here, man. And I ain't even used to this thing right now to even go to the dang on how to get that brother back in. Let me see what I can do. Y'all excuse me for a second, man. Somebody called Yaakov and tell him to follow that link that I put in there to come back in and tell him I'm sorry. Tell him I'm sorry. But like I said, man, I'm trying. Okay, let me do this. Damn, I don't know how to do none of this stuff, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all gotta forgive me, man. I done messed around and banned one of my boys, man. And they won't even show me how to bring him back. Hey, Lynn, what you got going on? Unmute your mic. Yaakov, man, I see you. Can you hear me, Yaakov? Unmute your mic. I can see you on the video screen, man. Unmute your mic if you can.
Shalom, shalom. Can you hear me?
So yeah, I can hear you now. I got you on the screen. Can you see that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Glad
Shalom, Capt.
Shalom. Get your Bible out, man, and I need you to read for me if you don't mind.
Yeah, bet. I got you.
Yeah, man, I ain't mean to do that, man. I accidentally did it with that daffodil dude, and I knocked you off the screen.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. How you been, man?
Man, I've been good, Capt, man. I've been good just getting ready for this CDL stuff. Been good, all praises.
Yeah. For y'all that don't know, this is Officer Yaakov. So he's gonna go ahead and go with the class today with me, man. So he's gonna be reading for me today. But yeah, let me get to let's go ahead and get started, man. Then I'm done. I'm just trying to learn this StreamYard stuff, so it'll be we're gonna be doing a little different things this time. So like I said, we started last week. We went from Deuteronomy 28:15, and we got up to Deuteronomy 28 and 28. But right now, we're going to start at Deuteronomy 28 and 29. And,
All right.
when you get ready, you can read.
All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 21.
29.
Oh, Salaki. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
And this, like I said, this is one of these curses that we got up on us. We're going to be groping in the noonday as one gropeth in the darkness. And here we are in broad daylight, and we can't see. We can't see the things that's going on. We can't see who our enemy is. We can't see that we even got enemies. Because our people just don't even believe that they have enemies. But we got enemies, y'all. We got enemies. So at the same time, we got to understand this is one of the curses. So a lot of times when y'all be trying to talk to those people, or you seeing those people, man, then you realize that they can't get it because they blind. They can't see. They can't hear. They groping in the noonday. They just feeling the walls. Whatever they touch, ooh, that feel good. I'm with that. It might be homosexuality. They might walk around the wall and feel any other sin. Oh, that feel good, you know. And they go on with it. That's what we doing today. Go ahead.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. And no man shall save thee.
And that's what that means also. When you get that safety, that's the thing that you use right there, because it's talking about nobody will redeem us. Meaning, when he said nobody will buy us. That's the same thing he's talking about. Nobody will redeem us out of this. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 59 and 8.
All right, you ready?
Nah, I ain't ready yet. You quick on it too, huh? You got that automatic Bible. Just say it. Yeah, I'm ready now.
All right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 8. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
Who shall go therein? We're in that neighborhood. Whoever should go up on with these nations that's got us under control, under us, or we over, you're going to find no peace. And then you got a lot of our rappers doing that same thing to this day. They going and trying their best to get up in the rap game and get up in this music business with these guys doing Israelis. And they ain't having no peace. You can listen to the lyrics of their song. The song sad. They just doing it trying to make that buck. They can't get out that stuff. They done made an oath with that damn devil. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Therefore is judgment far from us. Neither doeth justice overtake us.
We don't get no justice in this land, man. We don't get no justice in America. I don't give a damn what they talking about, man. Then when they give us bad judgment, we want to give them people a hug and stuff like the brother in Dallas did. Go ahead.
We wait for light, but behold obscurity.
Obscurity. Go ahead.
For brightness, but we walk in darkness.
But we what?
But we walk in darkness.
And that obscurity is darkness right there. That's what. But behold, darkness for brightness. But we walk in darkness. We looking at like what we claim that we are, like what they call it now in this culture. They call it the woke culture. But man, they not woke. They claim they know everything, but they don't know nothing. Only thing is they know new stuff like transgenders and stuff now. They claim that they woke. Non-binary. They claim that they woke. You can be whatever you want to be. Dog, cat, rat. And they claim that they woke. Go ahead.
Verse 10. We grope for the wall like the blind. And we grope as if we had no eyes.
Man, we grope as if we had no eyes. We walk around, like I said, a lot of times when you're trying to talk to people, sometimes you're trying to see what they talking about, or you're trying to tell them about the truth, and they just can't receive it because they walk around. They have no eyes, although you see eyes. So I done seen people that be blind, but when you look in their eyes, you thinking, man, you can see. But then when you get over there, man, can't see a bit. Then that's how our people are, man. So a lot of times when you're trying to come at them, it's the curses that's on them. Our people, you can't tell nothing. You can't show them in the Bible. They say they believe the Bible. You bring out the Bible, and you just showing them right out the Bible. You read straight from the Bible. I don't see. I just can't see how that is. Go ahead.
We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men.
As what?
As dead men.
We the Walking Dead. They making movies and laughing about us. They ain't making movies about everybody else, but everybody else got them old good endings, boy. But when it comes to our people, we drug dealers getting killed, gunned down the street. We just dead people walking around, man. And you can go down there when you're out there, when you're going out there and you're talking to people, man, you can see that they dead. Even when you're trying to bring them life, they be like, nah, I don't like that taste. I don't like that life stuff. I like something dead. Go ahead.
Verse 11. We war all like bears and
Mm-hmm.
mourn sore like doves.
Mm-hmm.
We look for judgment, but there is none.
That we look for judgment, but we can't get it. We cannot get no judgment. They can come in and do anything to us, man. And if they do get judged, it's a slap on the wrist. But boy, let us do one little bitty thing, boy. They telling these people weed is legal, but still they throwing them in jail for it. That don't make no sense. Go ahead.
But there is none for salvation, but it is far off from us.
But salvation is far off from us. That's how we look at things. Man, dang, man. It's like it's never going to happen. Most High ain't never going to return. We're going to have to live generation after generation after these things that get towed up, getting lied in on the court. At any moment, man, they be taking stuff. You're getting evicted, go to court. You can't explain. They don't have no understand. They don't even want to. They don't care about you. Period. Go ahead. Last one on the 12.
Yep. Verse 12. For our transgressions are multiplied before thee,
Uh-huh.
and our sins testify against us.
Uh-huh.
For our transgressions are with us, and as for our iniquities, we know them.
We know them. We know, man, we know as a nation of people we sin like a song gun. We know when we wrong, but we steady running around doing wrong. Our sins testifying against us. We can't say we righteous when we can see we not as a nation of people. But boy, we claim to know it, boy. Especially in the churches right now. They're hooping holler after they just got out the club, or they go to the club, or they just got out the club on Saturday night. They're hooping and hollering on Sunday. We know we be wrong. Pastors in bed with married women. All these things. We be knowing we wrong, man. But we don't care. You got something to say, Cole?
Oh, nah. You hitting it right there on the nail, Cap. You hitting it right there on the nail.
Yeah, they know we know. We know we are. Let's go to Matthew chapter 15. I'm there now. How about you? Nah, I'm just tripping.
It's all good. Matthew chapter 15.
Yeah, 15 verse 4. No, 14. Slocky.
All right. Matthew 15, 14.
Uh-huh.
All right. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind.
Hold on. Start at 13.
All right. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 13. But he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father have not planted shall be rooted up.
Every plant that the Most High God did not plant. See, we've got a lot of people in Israel, but a lot of times they're not planted by the Most High God. Most High God said only a third of us is going to be the growing root, the light of the world, not the whole nation of Israel. He got to cut off 2/3 of them for us to look good. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders.
Whoa. Read that one part.
Yep. Verse 14. Let them alone.
No, argue with them all day.
Let them alone.
No, I'm gonna sit here and see if I can get this nigga to turn. He gonna get this too.
Let them alone.
Read.
They be blind leaders of the blind.
They be blind leaders of the blind. And it's talking about our pastors. Leave them alone, man. Because they ain't doing nothing but leading the blind. They blind leaders of the blind. Boy, that's gonna be a terrible line, boy. You line everybody up, everybody blind, and then you can't see that your leader blind too. So you just thinking he guiding you where we going to the right place. Man, he don't know where he going. So how he gonna guide you? Go ahead.
And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
Both said what?
And if the blind leadeth the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
They both shall fall into a ditch. So a lot of times, man, look, sometimes it takes us in order to lead these blinds, especially when you got your eyes open. But boy, our people just can't. You got to tell them, you got to yell at them. Hey, that dude you holding hands with that's leading you, he blind. Our people be like, man, they don't even want to. I mean, they just don't. They don't want to hear you. They believe they've been led the right way, but they don't understand they've been led by a blind man. That's a horrible. Think about that, man. Think about that situation with a blind person leading you, man, and you can't see. Oh man, that's a horrible situation. You can't even see that he blind. Let alone walking behind, you're gonna fall into the ditch. Let's go to stay in Matthews. Let's go to 23 and verse 13.
All right. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites.
See, that's what they try to tell us. We scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. The fact that the matter, scribes and Pharisees didn't keep the law, statutes, commandments. So that's one thing we know that we different than them. So the ones who you're talking about, a lot of times when they keep talking about, y'all ain't number 5, scribes and Pharisees, they literally talking about themselves. These pastors that be trying to come in on Israelite, they literally talking about themselves. Go ahead.
For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men.
They what?
For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men.
They done shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. And guess who they added? All these other heathen nations. You can't get in because you got to wait in the line to get in the kingdom behind them. And the kingdom for you. Okay, I'm just reading the comments over there.
Oh yeah, you good, all praises.
Man, that's crazy, man. You can't get in. Go ahead. They done shut up the kingdom. They lying. You know how they shutting it up? By telling you don't have to keep the laws. By telling you don't have to do. That's what they telling you. We don't have to do what Jesus did. But then turn right around and say, we're supposed to do everything Jesus did. But then Jesus kept the law. The so-called Jesus kept the law. But they don't have to.
Capt.
They don't make no sense. Go ahead.
Hey, Salakia, Captain. Then they go into with these some of these Israelites too, man. They say, "Oh, we ain't gotta wear the fringes no more because they say to remember to keep the commandments." And if I remember, oh well, I ain't gotta wear them no more. No, it say throughout your generation. You know what I mean?
Yep, throughout the generation. That's why I ask them all the time when they claim that they it's in my heart. I know them. I'll be like, okay, go ahead and start spitting them all out. They be like, well, I don't know them. Well, it's in your heart. That means it's in your mind. Anything in my mind, I can speak what's in my mind. If it's in my mind, I should be able to speak it. That's why I always ask about that. I love when they say that. It's in my heart. Oh, well, are they? Well, go ahead and spit them out. You can ask them just do the 10 commandments. And they can't tell you the 10 commandments. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 13. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in.
They don't suffer them that are entering to go in. They don't even go in. They can't get to the kingdom. And you ain't suffering to tell the truth to the people that's trying to get into the kingdom. You lying. Lying to these people. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites.
Now, you got to say that. Listen, I'm going to read that for you right quick. Woe unto you, wise scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. Go ahead, Art.
You could. For ye devour widows' houses, and for pretense make long prayer. Therefore, ye shall receive the greater damnation.
And that's what they say. He said, you devour widows' houses. Boy, you know how they devour them widows' houses, boy. They pass around that plate about 4 times. Miss Betty be giving all her little ass $2 in there. She done put 100 in there last week, and she only, and you know, half of them be on them checks where they getting 800 a month, and they devour these widows' houses, man. Your husband gone. Oh shoot, girl, let me come over there and pray for you. The first thing, they get down on your knees. But I ain't finna pray. I'm gonna stand up. You get down on your knees. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. For ye compare sea and land to make one proselyte.
Proselyte. You pass over the children of Israel to make other people proselytes. That's what you do. You convert other people. You don't convert the people that need to be converted, the people in the truth, the people of the nation of Israel. You pass over them all across the seas. You just pass by them and then call out, hey, Mr. Johnson, come on, be you an Israelite now. Come on. And that's what they done over one body, passing over. I'm going to say it. Over at one body, over at GOCC, and over at, what's that dude's name? That one that used to be, he's an Israelite man, got him in Israelite camp. Got them white folks up in his thing. Pastor, what's that guy?
Damn, Pastor Dow.
Pastor Dow. Pass over. They pass. Let's read that again.
Verse 15 from the top. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees.
Trust none of you pastors. Go ahead.
For ye compare sea and land to make one proselyte.
You cross sea and land. You pass all over the people of Israel to make that white man a proselyte, make him a part of Israel. And that's what they do. That's like the daffodil was up in here. That's what he wanted. No, we ain't passing over sea and land and making you a proselyte. You ain't converting to this. We don't want you in the building. Can I come in the building? Hell no, you can't come in the building. You can't come in the building. We don't even want you cleaning up in there. We just want you out there in that field. Go ahead.
And when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves.
He said you make him twofold more the child of hell than yourself. Because you finna teach another bug crap. Yeah, you getting in the kingdom. And guess what happens? When he get to that gate and realize, my name ain't on either one of them gates. So gonna turn it, Pastor, which one I go in? Whichever one the angel let you in. The angel didn't let you in none of them. You just, it's time for you to go in that burning pit. He going in there, making you making it even harder on them because they thinking that they Israelite. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Woe unto you, ye blind guides, which say, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing. But whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor.
He's a what?
he is a debtor.
Who shall swear by the temple? It is nothing, because the Most High don't dwell in the temple. He don't dwell in the temple made by hands. He dwelleth now in us. This is our temple. But we be trying our best, boy. They be putting on their Sunday's best, boy, to get down to that dang on church to get their money out. And then all they doing is, like he said, and he swear, and who that swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. You owe. You owe. I put a whole lot of money in the church, boy. I'm paying for it right now. I put over 8, 9, and one time I put $16,000 in 1 year, boy. And then I lost my house that same year. I owed. That's when I was putting all that money in that church. I owed. That's crazy. Go ahead.
Verse 17. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater the gold or the temple that sanctify the gold?
He said, what is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctified the gold? Go ahead.
And whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing.
Uh-huh.
But whosoever swear by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty.
That is upon it, because that's what they trying to promise you. All of them. You come to the altar, boy, they got at the end of every church, what they got that altar call, don't they?
Yeah, the damn altar call.
It ain't nothing. In the Bible, it ain't nothing. You swear by that altar call, they say you guilty. You guilty of being a fool. So I ain't gotta tell you you're a fool. I like to say it sometime, but shoot, I like for the Bible to tell you. It means a lot more when it tells you you're a fool. Go ahead.
Verse 19. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater the gift or the altar that sanctify the gift?
Mm-hmm.
Whoso therefore shall swear by the altar, swear by it, and by all things thereon.
Uh-huh.
Verse 21. And whoso shall swear by the temple, swear by it, and by him that dwelleth therein.
Uh-huh.
Verse 22. And he that shall swear by the heaven, sweareth by the throne of God, and by him that sitteth therein.
And that's what we need to be looking toward. Not that church, not that altar you got up there that as soon as you finish out that altar, that's like going through the lunch line, boy. You go down there, sit down at the altar, you come down, pray, put them hands on you, and then you walk out the lunch line, and guess what at the end of the lunch line? It's a cash register. You got to pay. Go ahead.
Verse 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law.
And they don't care about the law. Like I said, the law is done away with. But boy, when it comes to that tithes and offering, they keep that one. But the weightier matters of the law, they ignore that. Oh no, the law is done away with. But that one right there, we do need that one. We need that one. I know a dude when I was in the church, man, he had started studying the Bible. He was an assistant pastor. And what happened with him was when he started reading that Bible and started studying, he came to the pastor and said, man, according to this Bible, these people ain't supposed to be paying no tithe. Man, he was kicked out of church. He was kicked out of church. And at that time, man, I was with the pastor at the time. I agreed with him. I was like, they ain't paying no, where you get that from? Then I read the Bible. And I see where he got it from. Go ahead.
Judgment, mercy, and faith.
These. Go ahead.
These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
Those are the things you should have done. You should have had mercy. Y'all was want to always go off on the people when they ain't putting that. Boy, I remember, boy, our pastor used to, boy, them servers used to get real deep, boy, when they ain't putting that money in there, boy. We be in church another 3 hours, boy, preaching on that money, man. I remember, boy, our church used to be in there a long time, boy. You had to stretch, boy. We had halftime up in that song gun, nigga. I'm talking about, boy. I done watched Super Bowls that lasted longer than some of our church service. And all because we need to put more money in that time. Go ahead.
Verse 24. Ye blind guides, which strain at a gnat and swallow a camel.
You strain at a gnat, but swallow a camel. You strain. You can't take the stuff that you need in, but god dang, you strain with the gnat, but god dang, give me that money though. I need that money. Go ahead. You swallow that camel. Go ahead.
Verse 25. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. For ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess.
And what?
And excess.
You got your friend. Oh, they don't even wear fringes. They all run around being nice. Think you got to be nice to everybody. They always, you know how they be at the church when you go up in there and they want to shake everybody's hand. That's what they look like on the outside. But boy, as soon as church service over Sunday night, they going to pray with Miss Shirley. That's my duty. He tell his wife, that's my duty. I gotta go pray for her. I can't come along? Because you don't need prayer. You in my house. And he's off. Miss Shirley and him over there bumming and grinding. Go ahead.
Verse 26. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first that which is in Salaki. Verse 26 from the top. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also.
And they may be clean also. And man, I remember one time, before when I was married, I used to get the cup, man. I used to always be scrubbing around the outside, just washing it, because I always be thinking my lips got to go on that. And then I remember my ex-wife had said, "Well, you need to scrub what's in the inside of the cup. You don't know what bit in that cup. That's what you finna swallow." I was like, and I thought about it. I was like, man, you know, you exactly right. And that's how people be, man. They want that appearance to look like they doing all the great things, but inside they dirty. They don't keep no commandments. And then y'all, and like the brother just said, I am redeemed. He said, y'all was chewing them up. And people be thinking we talk hard. Man, he tearing their butt up, man. I don't even know how y'all seeing it. He tearing their butt up. Whoa, he said destruction to you. You ain't doing nothing. You no good. You nasty. He going off on them. Y'all got to look at how he read, how he coming at them. He ain't coming at them just being all soft. No, he coming at them. When you read that, you need to read that like he coming at them. Read.
Verse 27. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites.
Hold on, watch this. I want to read it how I want to read, like I. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites. That's how he talking to them. He was not still. He wasn't playing with their butt. He looking at his people talking about, Negro, you messing up my people. You got them going all over the place. Man, he said, whoa, destruction. I'm going to destroy you. Go ahead.
For ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which in sepulchres.
Go ahead.
Which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones, and of all uncleanness.
And that's what happened to some of them sepulchres, man. They whited because a lot of times they carve out of a bone. So it looks all pretty on the outside, but it's just got them hollow holes like a dead bone and nothing good in it. That bone marrow in it that dried up and rotted out. If that's what's inside of it. If you drop that tongue gun on the floor, it'll bust and you'll be like, man, that thing like sand. But it looked like it's something. When on the outside, it looks like a nice big statue. But when you knock it down and break it open, you realize, man, that was full of nothing up in there. Go ahead.
Verse 28. Even so, ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity.
That's all you are. Outwardly, you appear righteous to men, but inside, you're nothing but a hypocrite and full of iniquities. You don't keep the commandments, and you teach them not to be the commandments, which means you'll be called least in the kingdom. Least in the kingdom. And that's all I have. Let's go back to what's the name? No, while we in what's the name? I got one more in Matthew, 5 and 20 in Matthew. One more. See, sometimes I got to
All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 20. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
And that's why it's very, very, very important. You see how they operate. You see how them scribes and Pharisees operate in this Bible, because you don't want to be nothing like them. You want to be totally opposite. Your righteousness need to exceed. Unless it exceed past the scribes and Pharisees. It says, shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. You will not make it to the kingdom. If you acting like them, TD Jakes, you won't make it. If you don't repent, you won't make it. And all these other pastors, Pastor Haynes, Freddie Haynes, he done became all, man, he friends with everybody in the world now. You don't know if he a pastor or a goddamn rapper now. Because they just love the world. You got TD Snakes running on TV giving the homosexual a hug. What's his name? What's the dude's name? Medea.
Oh, Tyler, man, I don't even know.
Tyler Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler Perry lay hands on him. Man, you creating a song, done. Boy, ain't no way in the hell. This nigga wear a dress. How you gonna lay hands? Man, y'all better, man. Got to be out your mind. Let's go back. Deuteronomy.
Oh, yeah, man. I remember exactly what you're talking about, too. You go sit there and lay hands on him. Then he get to falling out, acting crazy. Get your ass up, man.
And this man wear a dress. And you got him all in your front row because he got that money. That's like when Dion and Emmett Smith wound up going to that church. Dion ain't never been to that church, man. And then all of a sudden, yeah, you're right, Monica. Preston Dixon, Pastor Taylor, all of them around here. They ain't no good, man. You know Pastor Taylor, boy. I heard about him, boy. That nigga was horn at every house, boy. That nigga in every girl I grew up with, he done had a piece of. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 29 and 30 now.
All right, come. This the book you said.
Hold on before you say that, before you go there. Because we was talking about read 29 again, because we just read all of that. And I want to get y'all why I read that. Now read 29 again, because I wanted to show you the line and why go ahead.
I got you. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God.
No, 28, 29.
Oh, Salaki.
Yeah.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore.
Uh-huh.
And no man shall save thee.
And now I just went through those other scriptures. Those precepts let you know why we're going to be blind. We're blind because of the fact that our leaders, our teachers are taking us in the wrong way. It's the blind leading the blind. And we just went through a whole lot of that. That's the reason I went through all those precepts, to show you how we blind and show you who leading us. who leading our people. And then here we are, our eyes been open, and we trying to tell our people, hey man, that's a blind dude leading you. We've been walking for a long time. Yeah, y'all walking to a pit. It's a pit in front of y'all. No, it ain't. I trust this dude. And then when you fall, okay. You fall. He just wants your money. Let's go ahead to 30.
Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
He said another man shall lie with her. What happened to us, man? Didn't this happen to us? Y'all remember that them old slave movie? Boy, that was, ooh, man, that's like I used to tell my daddy, man. I used to tell him all the time I couldn't have done it. When my dad used to tell me about the stuff they had to go through when they were young, I was like, man, I don't know, Dad. I'd have been that Negro hanging on the tree. Because I know my butt, shoot, I got to say something to this craziness. And this motherfucker go take my wife and lay with her. And just, I just got married. On my wedding night, he got my wife. I don't even get none on my wedding night. He in there enjoying my wife. That is the craziest thing you ever, man. That. Go ahead and finish that out. I'm gonna go to the precepts after you finish that verse.
Gotcha. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
And we're gonna build houses in there like the White House. So we still ain't had a president sitting up in there. And what's so bad about it, the first president was an Israelite. Then they built the White House and said, no more niggas allowed. No niggas allowed. Go ahead.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shall not gather the grapes thereof.
You ain't gonna eat none of that, boy. I know you like that garden. Everything look good, boy. We was out in them cotton fields, boy. Them miles and miles of watermelon, Negro, but not one of them for you. Not one. They might let you get some seeds. You can snack on these seeds. Some dried up watermelon seeds, but you ain't getting none of them watermelons. They ain't none of it for you. Go ahead. Did you finish that?
Verse 31.
No. Stay right there.
Okay, I got you.
Read that again quickly and smooth.
I got you. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shall not gather the grapes thereof.
Now let's go to 2 Samuel 12 and 11. 2 Samuel 12 and 11. Y'all make sure y'all taking notes out there. I want y'all to feel these curses we going through. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 12, verse 11. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thine own house.
Out of thy what?
Out of thy own house.
Out of, boy, y'all didn't hear that? See, sometimes y'all always looking at Esau sometime all the time. He said your foes will be those of your own household. In our own nation of people, man. Go ahead.
And I will take thy wives before thine eyes.
He what?
And I will take thy wives before thine eyes.
He said, I will take thy wives before thine eyes. Go ahead.
Hey, man, they was bold as hell for doing that back then. I'm telling you.
Exactly,
hey,
man.
Hey, that's a bold priest.
But see, let me show you something though. Not only that, them pastors been hitting these wives too.
Oh yeah.
This talking about out of our own people, our own nation. So it's talking about I'm telling y'all, man. Look, it's all over the internet now. That's a good thing they got these cameras everywhere now. They mother busting it, man. I'm talking about men getting caught, boy. I done seen the man walk up and out, and the pastor up in there. Oh, I'm laying hands tonight for sure. I'm laying hands. But and these hands gonna have a battle axe in it. I'm chopping them up. Go ahead.
Man, I'm gonna read that. And I will take thy wives before thine eyes, and give them unto thy neighbor, and he shall lie with thy wives in the sight of this son. Verse 12.
Hold on, in the sight of this son. In the sight of this son. That's crazy. Because remember, guess what our forefather did? Y'all remember what David did? Didn't David do this same thing? See, a lot of times we gotta quit watching and looking at it ain't always Esau. Y'all better be checking around y'all the way around. We got some scribes and Pharisees sitting around. We got some, I'm talking about Israelites too, because they'll sit up there, they look good, got on the garments, got on their shirt, got their fringes on. A woman got her dress on, head wrapped and all that stuff, ain't no good. So you better take your time before you get to know these people. You better take your time before you get to letting people just run up in your house like that. Come on, you can stay the night. You be like, shoot, there'll be 6 hands up on you when y'all go to bed. 6 hands. You're like, where all these hands coming from? Remember, you let Bible stay the night. Go ahead.
Verse 12. For thou didst it secretly.
How they do it?
For thou didst it secretly. But I will do this thing before all Israel and before the sun.
He said she gonna show you, you're gonna pay for it in broad daylight. You did it secretly, Most High gonna expose you. You're gonna get exposed in broad daylight. And let's go to Job 31. And we're gonna start at verse 8.
All right. This is the book of Job, chapter 31, verse 8. Then let me sow and let another eat.
He said, and that's what he was telling us, how we gonna sow, but we ain't gonna get none of it. He said, then let me sow. And he said, and let another eat. Another person gonna eat everything you done built, everything you done got. And that's what we did here in America, didn't we? We done built everything. They give us no credit at all. Then when you go back and you look at all the inventions, then you realize it was us that invented everything. Telephones. They wouldn't even, man, none of us we wouldn't be able to be on these cell phones if it wasn't for black men. And thank God for the man who sat up there and invented the goddamn folding chair. I bet they regret having him now. And not, dang it, we shouldn't have let him invent that. So, go ahead.
Yea, let my offspring be rooted out. Verse 9. If my heart have been deceived by a woman, or if I have laid wait at my neighbor's door, then let my wife grind into another, and let others bow.
Hold on. Watch this, y'all. That's why I pulled this. It got a little graphic. So read that again from up there.
Verse 10. Then let my wife grind into another.
Hold on. Start at 9 again.
All right,
take your time too. I want this clear because I want them to hear you.
I got you.
Read that.
I got you. This is the book of Job 31 and 9. If my heart have been deceived by a woman.
Oh boy, if my mind have been deceived by a woman, go ahead.
Or if I have laid wait at my neighbor's door.
See, because so many people think they getting away with it. They think, hey, yeah. Oh boy, I hit last night and then boy, I got it. So you think you getting out? I'm cheating. Yeah, okay. Let's see what's happening. Go ahead.
Then let my wife grind into another.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Then let my wife grind with another. You can't be mine now. Shoot, you was hidden, she hidden. Go ahead.
And let others bow down upon her.
What? Like I said, it get graphic. It get graphic. Let others do what?
And let others bow down upon her.
Man, tan up. Tan up. When you get home, you be like, dang, man, I don't fit no more. Yeah, I know. Remember you cheated with that girl, you got deceived. Now you be wondering, like, hold on, man, this used to fit just last week. It don't fit today. Big Bobby done been up in the crib, boy. Yeah, man, it don't fit today. Think you're getting away with it. You're not getting away with it. The other people line up with your wife. And these people, not only the mother men that did us like that, and now the curse done got so bad, it's happening in our own household. It's happening in our own community, our own nation of people. Our own nation of people. We got to come up out of these sins, man. We ain't getting away with nothing. We ain't getting away with what you think you're getting away with. I can promise you that. We're not getting away with it. I pulled that scripture for a reason because that right there makes you think, boy. That makes you like, oh. See, that'll make you think about cheating on your wife now. Like, say, what? That'll make you think now. You sit up there like, shoot, hold on. Yeah, Big Bobby up in it. Yeah, you thinking now. See, now you think about going to that, man, Now you gotta think about it now. I'm giving you a nice visual. Let other men lay with her. And he said other men. She might be getting a train ran on. I'm just saying. I didn't say it. That's what the Bible said. Let other men lay on. Like, shoot, man, she ain't just it's Big Bobby, Lil Turk, Dwayne, Pookie, Ray, and Johnny, and Ken, all of them. They laying, man. I'm telling y'all, boy. I wanted to read that for a reason, so you can literally get that graphic up in you. Because now you be like, oh, shoot. Oh, boy. Bet that keep your ass in the house this week. Bet you won't be going to club this week on the slide. Most High ain't letting you get away with nothing, man. You ain't getting away with nothing, boy. Trying to tell you. Boy, that's why I had to read that. I just had to read that part because I wanted y'all to get the graphic of these other people taking your girl and you think you got away with something. You gonna go out, we on them curses now. We in them curses. You better be lined up. You better stay straight because we on them curses. You don't want this to go off on you because stepping out one night. Come back, there's a whole lot of Negroes paying the bills at your house. You only got to pay $2 because this is the rent. All these other niggas in there paying bills. Save you some money, but God dang it, you don't fit no more. Let's go. I just want to get graphic. I'm sorry, Yaakov. You ain't never did this with me. I got to go.
Hey, all praise. Hey, man. The scriptures say what they say.
I didn't say it. Did you hear what it said? Did you just hear what the scripture said?
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure my ears wasn't the only one that heard that. That's what I wanted to get that for. I wanted to get that scripture just for that. Let's go to Jeremiah 8:9. Well, these scriptures ain't no joke on it.
Man, hey.
The scriptures ain't no joke.
Hey, what 2 Timothy 3:16 state? All scripture are inspiration by the Most High God.
Exactly, boy. That's what I said, man. That's what I said. Now I bet you, boy. Now I bet they probably on their phone right now, deleting women off their phone. Get her off the phone. Nah, I was gonna meet her. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Go ahead. Let's go to 8:9.
All right, come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 9. The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken. Lo, they have rejected the word of the Lord. And what wisdom in them? They have rejected the word of the Lord. And what wisdom is in them?
And that's what happened to us. Think about it. Man, we the same people. I'm going to read y'all something later on. We're going to get to something in this, if I even get there. When we migrated into Africa, man, when we left out of Israel and we went into Africa, and man, if you look at the history of what we created, see, they done knocked down a whole lot of stuff that y'all don't even get to see. They know how we did it. Those first kingdoms that you ever seen on the planet was created by your forefathers in what they call the motherland. The first people. We created those things. Read that again.
Verse 9 from the top. The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken low. They have rejected the word of the Lord. Mm-hmm. And what wisdom is in them?
And all that wisdom we had as a nation of people. All that wisdom. We created the money system and how it works in the world. And we don't even know how to get money. The only way we can get money is doing what they do. We can't create anything. And if we do create it, they ain't gonna let you do nothing anyway. All our wise men right now, doctors, lawyers. And what do? Fall into the system of Israel. You would think a black man becoming a doctor would start a black hospital. Or the money bankers would start having nothing where we have the BRICS shouldn't have been the first one with the gold back currency. We should have done that. We know it has to be backed up with something. You just can't print no paper. And that's all they're doing. They might as well do this. They might as well do what y'all walking around with right now. They give y'all a piece of paper like this. Let me see if I can put that over there. I can't read that light. See, it say $5. Can you see it? $5. $5. I'm gonna tear this off and hand it to you. And that's exactly what they got us running around here with. They got us running around here with $5 that they don't go to paper and saying this money.
And then that damn $5 ain't even backed up by nothing.
By nothing. That's why I said it. It's just the same as I just wrote it on that paper. It's the same thing. $5. Yeah, I tell you, boy, that's the people that we trust. That's the people that we running behind. Read that. Or we on 9. We did 9. Let me see if I needed anything else out there. Yeah, go ahead. 10.
Yep, verse 10. Therefore will I give their wives unto others.
Uh-huh.
And their fields to them that shall inherit them.
And go ahead.
For everyone from the least even to the greatest is given is given to covenants. From the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealt falsely.
Deal it falsely. All of us, all our people dealing falsely. He said, I'm taking from everybody. Ain't nobody exempt from this. All our wise men have lost their wisdom. They gave their wisdom unto another nation. They done took our wives and gave them to another. He said, man, because all of y'all dealt falsely. And we gotta pay for those things. That's the time now. That's why we trying to tell y'all we gotta start coming out. The opposite of doing these things is keeping the laws. And we're gonna keep going through these things. That's why you as a nation of people and we come to these classes and we all on this thing right now because we don't want these curses taken upon us. We don't want them. And the only way you can come out of not having them is keeping these laws. And then you get the blessings. I'm gonna do a class on just the blessings. But right now, these curses, you got to know what we're going through and why some of the things that we're going through. But you can come out of it if you go and start doing what God say do. And that's our problem. That's the thing we don't want to do because sometimes we just enjoy sin. Sin feel good. Like I said, that's how that blind man walking around under the noonday, he grabbing on that wall. He's feeling, oh, that feel good. He don't even know what it is, but boy, it feel good. And he dabble in it. But he don't even know, man. That ain't no girl. That's a dude, man. And you just feeling on it. Yeah, it feel good. Yeah, keep going down the body. Keep going down the body. When you get to that nigga six pack, you start thinking, oh, hold on. Oh, she work out. Good, she work out. Yeah, keep going. I'll show you how she work out. That ain't a muscle you feel it. That's some skin full of blood. That ain't a muscle. Let's go. Did you finish 10?
Yeah. Want me to read 10 again?
Yeah, read it again. Might as well.
All right, con. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 10. Therefore will I give their wives unto others, and their fields to them that shall inherit them. For every one from the least, even unto the greatest, is given to coveting.
You want everything that everybody else got. Everybody, all these other nations have got. You want their gods and everything else. Go ahead.
From the prophet, even unto the priest, everyone dealt falsely.
Deal it falsely. They all deal it falsely. They deal it falsely. Let's go to Amos chapter 5. See, man, when you be studying the Bible and you start going through these precepts, sometimes that's why I always use this little tag thing on my thing. Because I get back to it. But when you study, man, you go so far, you forgot where you are, man. Go back to where I was. Because you'll read a precept, and that precept take you to another precept, and that precept take you to another precept. Then you be like, woo, now you can't tell me on some of this stuff y'all ain't getting no good understanding on just those little old curses that we going through now. Because I'm giving you some precepts, I'm giving you examples through this Bible, not from what I'm saying through this Bible. And boy, you think I was gonna say it bad, or the Bible just said some stuff, boy. Got to make you say, should I keep in this sin or should I get out? I think you should get out. Let's go to Amos chapter 5. Let me get there first. Amos chapter 5, and we're going to be at verse 10. Hold on.
All right, come.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
They hate him that rebuketh in the gate. Go ahead.
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
See, they don't like us when we're telling them the truth. Because some of them want to remain in the sin. Some of them don't want to be talked out of. Some of them don't want to be talked out of. You know, when the people, like some of the people be want to kill themselves, and here you come up there and you be talking about, don't shoot yourself. Don't shoot yourself. They looking at you like, Negro, how's you going? I done made the decision to shoot myself. I don't want to be here. And you steady trying to save them. Shoot, then you do save them for what? They'll run right over it. Just because they didn't kill themselves today don't mean they can't kill themselves tomorrow. And you giving you, I saved his life. Shoot, that Negro wanted to die. According to him, you hurt him. You hurt him. Sometimes, man, y'all gotta watch yourself all the time, trying to sit there and argue with people and trying your best to pull them in, and next thing you know, you pulled in with them. Go ahead.
Verse 11. For as much, therefore, as your treading is upon the poor, and ye take from him burdens of wheat, ye have built houses of horn stone.
Of hewn stone.
Salaki, of hewn stone. But ye shall not dwell them. But ye shall not dwell in them. Ye have planted pleasant vineyards, but ye shall not drink wine of them.
See, and a lot of times we can't look down on the poor. That's us. But the thing about it is, we're gonna plant wheat, we're gonna plant fruit, but we ain't gonna be able to eat them. And that's what happened to us, man. It happens throughout history. It's happening to us today. lot of us work in factories. Like I know General Motors down the street from us. People building cars every day, boy.
I don't know. Hey, shalom, 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 Israel. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We're trying to see what's going on. Hey, Slocky, Israel, we trying to see what's going on. We're trying to wait for Captain Maccabees to get back on so he can finish his class.